position of Speaker in the Council became available after Colleen Makhubele was ejected from her post when her party, COPE, terminated her membership. Makhubele was taken to task by COPE for contravening its constitution by particularly allying herself with the newly formed South African Rainbow Alliance. While she joins us tonight, Ms. Makhubele, good evening to you. Thanks for your time. Things have moved quite quickly for you, but I imagine that all of it you must have anticipated.
Good evening, Kathy, and good evening to the viewers at home. Certainly, things have moved very quickly. Of course, some were not anticipated. As I said in my previous interviews, my axing was not anticipated. It was unexpected, uncalled for. But everything, of course, has its own time and season. My time in Joburg is done. Now it's time for me to focus on SARA and look at national politics.
Why was your axing unexpected?
Because the reasons given for my axing, as I said, was disingenuous, it was lies, it lacked integrity, because President Lekota was part of the formation of SARA from the onset, from July. If you go back to the records, even online, articles and other engagements that we've had with the media, he's always been there, footage is there. So he knew exactly what we're doing, but the only thing is that, of course, he's not the face of SARA. I don't think the country is ready for a female president, but we are going to now, as SARA, change that narrative that females can lead men. We are capable and we are ready to lead this nation.
The feeling that you had the support of the co-president, Mosiuoa Lekota, is one thing. Of course, there's still an entire organization that has to agree with that position. And, it seemed that once the campaigning or the announcement around SARA was made over a weekend, we woke up the next morning and, your face was on posters all over Johannesburg and Gauteng. So again, you must have known that there was no way where you would be the face of this political party and then still continue to serve as Speaker in Johannesburg, representing a completely different organization.
No, not at all. You make it sound as if it's strange, but you accept that there's a moonshot coalition, you accept, whether it's multi-party, and you accept that they're going to select a face for it, who's going to be the leader of that. Whether they want to formalize it in a poster format or they want to continue to have it as an informal engagement, the fact of the matter is that all of those belong to the moonshot or whatever they call it, and they select leadership to lead it. It's not different from SARA. We were very innovative in our approach and we were very disruptive in our approach. And indeed, the approach has worked to awaken the interest of the nation at large. And COPE knew, because every president was given an opportunity back end of August to go back to their structures, to consult with their structures, whether they want to participate. This is the format and the shape, how it will look like. And there are many parties that then chose not to be part of that. But President Lekota came back and said, we are going ahead, and he's got the approval. We can then formalize the SARA, we elect the structures, and we continue to engage other presidents. I've been with him in several meetings with different presidents of different minority parties, church leaders, and other civic organizations, soliciting support, recruiting them to come and join. You name them. People like the APC, they chose not to be part of because they didn't, want to be in a formal structure like this. So COPE knew if they didn't, he should have been fired because it means he didn't do his job, and he was part of the structure as well because between myself and him, he was the honorary president, I was the executive president, and other presidents of different parties who are still, by the way, leaders of their parties and councillors in different municipalities or members of parliament as well, representing their own parties. So this is not strange as you want to make it seem. This is perfectly how things are done. It's just that we went a step further and we're very excited at the reception of SARA. Both by young women, young girls, and South African at large, young people that showed tremendous response over the voter registration weekend.
So where to from here on, Ms. Makhubele? Are you still going to be trying to mend that relationship with COPE? I think, given what has happened in the city today, it seems pretty done and dusted in terms of the position of Speaker, but just in terms of how you want to position yourself going forward politically, What are your plans?
First, let me actually congratulate the new speaker, Councillor Margaret Arnolds. I've worked very well with her, lots of experience for women leaders, and I think she will do very well in that position. Her time has indeed come for it. And for me, let the dead bury the dead. I'm done with COPE. Life is here with SARA. And I'm focusing on building SARA, and we've done very well to hit the ground running. We'll be going all over the provinces. My work now from the presidents that are part of the alliance of SARA is to ensure that we win the elections come 2024, bring more parties, bring more alliances, civic organizations onto here, get young people interested, get all those mothers, those praying mothers, those that want to see the changes in South Africa, godly principles back in our schools, changes in our economy, changes in our policies, to turn around this country. That's my work. That's the mandate that I've been given by all other presidents that, by the way, sat with President Lekota when he gave his approval, and I so equally shocked as well.
All right. We'll leave it there for tonight. Colleen Makhubele, the former Johannesburg speaker, but as you heard there, also the presidential candidate for the organization SARA.